Who do you think you're talking to? I'd watch that tone if I were you. I wouldn't want that pretty little mouth of yours to get you into trouble.
You're in the hospital for no reason, but I'm about to give you a reason to be in the hospital. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir du Vide. If you've seen my last video of Yandere Heaven, it was like wrangling cats. But your Yandere best friend and your Yandere step-sibling, and they're both attacking each other like children while you're just trying to get your edumacation. In part 2 of Yandere Heaven, it looks like we'll be dealing with some mature adults. So maybe there'll be less wrangling here. Ooh, very pretty ladies. But I like the boys. Hospital hijinks. Your internship is turned upside down when a wealthy patient fights with your mentor for your attention. Only one can claim your heart. Oh, this is gonna be one of those days. And I'm here for it. Please take note of the following content warnings. Swearing. Threatening behavior. Kidnapping. Oh no, someone's gonna put me in their van. Drugging. Oh no, someone's gonna give me substances that I don't want. General Yandere shenanigans. I love the phrase General Yandere shenanigans. Stay safe and have fun. Ooh, I love all this pink.
Come in, it's unlocked. Good afternoon. You must be the new intern, right? I'm the duty doctor, but feel free to refer to me as Takaaki. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, Takaaki.
I'll be the one in charge of your tutelage while you're with us, so I hope you'll find my guidance useful. Please, there's no need to stand. Take a seat. I hope this won't offend you to mention, but you're looking awfully stiff. I think I've seen livelier expressions on corpses. You must be terribly nervous, huh?
Well,
Understandable, with it being your first day here and all, but please try to remember that trainees are still a part of the team. Don't forget to smile when you're facing patients, even if you have to feign it.
do I really look that bad?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cause you concern. You'll be absolutely fine, trust me. I'll be sure to teach you everything you need to know. So please, relax a little.
All right.
All right. I suppose I should explain some of what you'll be doing then.
A little later.
Well, that's the gist of it anyway. I could go into further detail, but...
Further detail? I can hardly remember the stuff he just said.
There's no need to look so alarmed. Sure, it might all be a bit confusing at first, but you'll get used to it little by little. Don't worry, okay? I'm not going to throw you in at the deep end. Now don't panic, but it's time for me to begin my rounds, so I want you to shadow me and start by greeting each of the patients.
Okay.
Oh, and before I forget, here's your name tag. Shall we get going then?
He seems like a cool guy. He wouldn't dare drug me.
So I'll hand you this. It's only the patient's chart, nothing too complicated. I'll be in charge of the medical examination. So if you could fill in the values for me, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I can do that.
Actually, I just realized I forgot something from my office. If you'll excuse me, I won't be a moment. Please hang tight and I'll be back before you know it.
You're gonna leave me out in the hallway all alone? A little later.
My apologies for making you wait. I wouldn't want to be without this.
What is it?
Oh, it's a communication system for medical use. Kind of like a pager, I suppose. Everyone here has one.
Neat.
You're not supposed to use your personal mobile when you're on duty here at the hospital, so we keep in contact with fellow staff members using this.
Oh.
Don't worry. You'll have your very own one soon enough. It's being taken care of as we speak. I should remind you to have it with you at all times. But I haven't exactly set the greatest example on that front. Anyway, let's get down to business.
I feel like I'm actually preparing to work. Later that day...
And if I'm not mistaken, we only have one more visit to make, which should be right around... Ah, of course, it's that room.
What's in that room?
Say, aren't you tired from all that walking?
Hmm?
I know we've been on our feet for a while now, so I really wouldn't mind one bit if you'd like to take a break. I can deal with this one myself.
It's okay. Actually, I'm pretty healthy, so this is manageable. Why don't you want me to go in that room, Doc? What's going on in there?
I mean, I don't doubt your fitness, but it's a lot to take on your first day. I wouldn't want you to push yourself too hard is all.
Hmm?
Enthusiasm is fine until you accidentally overdo it. If you overwork now, you might impair yourself later.
Hmm? Honestly, I'll be alright.
You would say that.
It-
You're too keen for your own good.
Mhm.
Listen, I really didn't want to have to spell it out for you, but it seems as though I have no choice, you being so persistent and all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to be so blunt about it, but from now on, I want you to stay well away from this particular room, okay? You're free to visit all the others we've been to together, but this one is strictly off limits.
Is it the West Wing? Is that where you've got a torn portrait of yourself and your rose that is slowly wilting? Yeah, that was bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That was bad, Doc. I'm sorry. But
Nope, no buts. You won't get into any trouble for leaving out one room. If anyone asks, just tell them I said so. Under no circumstances should you even come close to this room.
Jeez.
Trust me. It's better for both of us that way.
Why though?
Is it really important? You shouldn't have to ask. That's...
You're being awful sus, Doc. We just got here.
Ahem.
Uh-oh.
Is there something wrong with my room, Doctor?
Uh-oh.
Sakae!
Surprised to see me out here? You were far later than usual today, so I was simply wondering where you'd gotten to. I thought to myself, if he can't come to me, I'll just have to go find him. I know how busy you doctors get, after all.
Is that so?
Anyhow, I couldn't help but overhear you telling your lovely assistant here to steer clear of my room. Care to explain exactly what you meant by that before I start to take it personally?
You must be mistaken. I have no issue whatsoever with...
Come now, Doctor. I'm well aware you find my company less than tolerable. Is that the only reason you warned her away? Or are you worried your cute new intern might fall for the charms of a loaded badass like me over, well, someone like you?
I mean, he is a doctor. You may be rich, but so is he. Then again, you're both adorable.
Nonsense! If you're going to insist on spouting drivel in an attempt to rile me, can you at least do so while I examine you? We're late enough as it is. You, come in with us too, please.
Okay. Is he heading inside or waiting for me to go first? I didn't really want to have to squeeze past, but I guess I have no choice.
Huh. You...
Me?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
You blushing awful hard. Okay. What was that about?
So how are you feeling today?
Honestly, not much different. In fact, I don't really see the point in you coming to check on me every single day. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yes, well, you're a patient here for a reason. You were supposedly hospitalized for something serious, so it's part of my job to ensure you're examined regularly. Listen, you're not the one who will get an earful from the head nurse if anything goes unnoticed.
That's not my problem. You know, you don't actually have to examine me to be able to write up a report. Imagine how much faster it would be to just come up with some random stuff to fill in the gaps.
That sounds illegal.
From where I'm sitting, that's the ideal solution for both of us. I don't have to put up with you bothering me, and you reap the convenience of not having to check on yet another patient.
I can't do that.
It's illegal. Probably.
Huh. Can't or won't. I see how it is. You're the type to just play it safe and stick to the rules. Folks like you must have it so hard.
Thanks, but I don't need to hear that from the likes of you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Do I honestly need to say it out loud? I don't want sympathy from someone getting paid for being hospitalized. Some of us aren't fortunate enough to earn an income sitting around doing nothing.
Oh, are you picking a fight with me, Doctor?
No, put the ring bells away. We can't have the wrestling in the hospital.
Not at all. I can only apologize if it came across that way.
Sure. So why are you glaring at me like that, huh? You look like an idiot when you try to act tough, by the way. It doesn't suit you in the slightest. You must think I'm seriously dense. Luckily for you, I've taken a shine to your special brand of stupidity. I've decided that from now on, you...
Okay, I think we should be heading back soon, right? There's still a fair bit I need to explain to you about the work we have ahead of us. We can't afford to stand here all day chatting with patients.
Well, that was awkward.
What's your problem? You'll make your intern anxious if you keep acting so agitated.
Did you two break up or something?
What? I'm not agitated. You don't know what you're talking about.
Pen.
Huh?
You put your pen upside down in your pocket just now. Are you sure you're all right, Doc?
Fine, thank you.
So, who is she?
I wonder if they realize I can still hear them out here.
That is none of your business. Come on, it's time to leave.
I'm only messing with you, Doctor. It's pretty obvious she's your new intern. Just arrived this morning, isn't that right? Oh, don't pull that face. It's not like I never leave my room, you know. And besides, the nurses can't exactly keep their mouths shut, either. They sure do love to gossip when there's fresh meat on the team.
Then why did you even ask,
Shouldn't you answer that, Doc?
Is that the Dr. Pager?
God, why now of all times? Yes? Well, if it's regarding that, you're better off asking Dr. Matsushita. Huh? He's in the middle of surgery? Really? Right now? But I'm busy. Alright. I said okay. Yes. I understand.
Oh, what's wrong? Is it urgent? By all means, Doctor, don't let me keep you.
Jeez. Why so menacing?
It doesn't concern you. Since your examination is over, I'll be taking my intern back now.
Hang on a minute, Doc. I was hoping to have the opportunity to speak with her some more. Could you be so kind as to leave her with me for a while?
Oh, I'm sure you would, but unlike you, we're busy. I'd appreciate it if you could stop delaying us with your pointless requests.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's technically only you that's busy, right? She only just started working here, so she can't possibly have the same workload to deal with already. And that call sounded like it was specifically requesting you, and only you, Doctor.
Jeez.
You really are a tedious, petty little man.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I did not. I fear you must be experiencing some sort of auditory hallucination. It's possible the functioning of your ears is impaired in some capacity, so I suppose I should recommend we schedule another examination just as a precaution. Although...
No, no thank you.
Are you certain? I'm only looking out for your well-being as my dear patient. But if you insist, I'll leave you alone for now. We should get going before we get scolded for our tardiness. Come with me.
Ah, hey now.
Oh boy. Get the leashes. It's gonna be like wrangling
That
tigers.
pesky doctor. Well, no matter. He can't watch over her forever. I'm sure I'll have the opportunity to see her alone some other time.
The next day. We just started. I'm already exhausted.
Come in.
Sorry for intruding. It's my turn to check on you today.
Huh? Oh, you don't need to apologize. It's no problem at all. But, you do realize I'm completely healthy, right?
Then why are you here? What do you mean?
Ah, so no one filled you in. I'm surprised you haven't heard a rumor, though. It's not like I need to hide it or anything. You know what? I might as well just tell you myself, since you're here. So, I'm stuck here playing hospital patient, but I'm not actually sick. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm perfectly healthy.
Then what are you doing here?
Well, perfectly might be a bit of a stretch, but my physical condition is decent enough, and all my insides are functioning normally. No damage or what have you.
My thoughts exactly.
I mean, if you want to know more, you only have to ask. I have no problem whatsoever giving you all the gritty little details. But...
It's alright. It's honestly none of my business, really. I'm just here to learn.
Is that so? Well, I'm sure curiosity will get the better of you eventually.
I
Then
would
you'll
like
be
to
back
know.
here, begging me to tell you. And believe me, I'll be looking forward to it.
Did you, break a nail and whisk yourself off to the hospital? I'd better get going.
Aw, leaving so soon? Stay a moment longer. There's something important I want to ask you.
What is it?
Did you go to Vizoku College?
Maybe? Yes?
I knew it! There's no way I could ever forget you. You're the only one who ever had the guts to complain to my face.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ah, you can't seriously tell me you don't remember. 6 years ago at the cafeteria? Jeez, I knew you were never the sharpest, but surely you remember something.
Wait.
So it's finally coming back to you, huh? I never could have imagined that the thorn in my side from that day would become a doctor. You have to admit, though, the fact that we met here again like this must mean we have some kind of connection. This is destiny at work.
Why are you here?
My own personal doctor, huh? Nah, that doesn't sound sexy at all. No, I've got it. I want you to become my exclusive nurse, okay? That's got a much better ring to it.
No, thank you. What? That's not why I'm here.
Huh? Am I supposed to care about your opinion? I've made my decision, and what I say goes. From now on, it's your duty to make my orders your top priority. Got it?
The woman was too stunned to speak.
What? I'm sorry. What? You know what, Sakae? You got a real punchable face, dude. If I didn't do it in college, I might do it today and lose my nursing license. I can't agree to that. I'm just an intern. I'm supposed to shadow the doctor, not shack up with patients.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'd watch that tone if I were you. I wouldn't want that pretty little mouth of yours to get you into trouble.
You're in the hospital for no reason, but I'm about to give you a reason to be in the hospital.
Today's your first day, so I suppose I'll let you off. Just try to keep in mind that I'm not the sort of person you say no to. Unless you want to regret it someday, that is.
Bring it. Do your worst.
But don't worry. Since you're new, it means there's still plenty of time for you to learn. I'll be sure to take it slowly and teach you all sorts of things.
No, thank you. The next day... It's only me. I'm coming in. I've got a bat.
Oh, you're here already? Huh, I'm impressed. You're faster than usual. Couldn't wait to see me today,
Punch you in your stomach.
I'm kidding, of course. Having said that, I'd like for you to come around this sort of time every day, if possible.
Why? Was there something you needed?
Oh no, nothing like that. Although, if you're offering to provide an additional service, I'd happily take you up on it.
What? Like, what?
It kind of spoils it if I have to ask.
No,
What do
go
you
ahead.
think? My meal, silly. That's what you came to deliver, isn't it? And
I do
what
that?
do you normally do with food?
Throw it at pompous a-holes? I hope this isn't going to turn out to be one of those weird, kinky kind of things that only rich people know about.
Honestly, do I have to spell it out for you? I'm telling you to feed me.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that. Just hit him in the face with the food like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon. Nope, I'm out. Doc, I quit.
Wait, don't leave already. Just hear me out, okay? There really is something I need to ask you, so sit down for a second, will you?
Why? What is it?
Just sit down.
Okay. Sitting down immediately, sir. There's no need to bite my head off.
Right. Well, firstly, I want to drink some of my soup. I'm starving. Huh? What's wrong? Is it really that hard to understand? I said I wanted to drink my miso soup.
Usually, friend, and I don't know if you know this, but usually when people want to drink soup, they use their functional hands and pick up their bowl full of soup and bring it to their mouth and drink it themselves. Usual adult people like yourself should understand that. I am not feeding you. I don't even have the words. I'm so flabbergasted by the audacity.
See, this is serious business right here. I wasn't kidding when I said I wanted you to feed me. I genuinely need you.
What is actually up with this dude?
Hey, wait! I already told you, you're supposed to be my exclusive nurse. Heck, I'd keep you locked up in this room with me all day if I could, but I'm trying my best to restrain myself. The least you could do is appreciate how hard this is for me.
Why are you so horrible? Excuse me? I'm sorry, but I have other patients to attend to, ones who actually need my help.
Are you trying to antagonize me on purpose? You know, the more you oppose me, the more enticing I find you.
Yeah, I guess he would fall for the person that chewed him out in school.
Ah, I should have known you'd be here. I thought you might have been on another one of your walking tours of the hospital again.
Get him, Doc.
And of course, he arrives now, right as we were getting to the good part.
Oh, the good part where I punch you in the gut and lose my license?
Oh my, doctor! You look dreadful as always today. Are you sure you're not working too much? If you don't slow down, you might make yourself sick.
And you look as healthy as ever. Ah, that's right. Can I interest you in making a blood donation? I overheard earlier that our Type B stocks are dwindling again. If I remember correctly, your blood is Type B, isn't it, Sakae? Since you're so virile, I imagine you might like to bestow the benefit of your vitality to others here at the hospital.
Yeah, buddy.
If it makes any difference, you could look at it as a way to thank us for our diligence in taking care of you. It's the least you could do.
I just thought of something that makes me even more mad. Somebody probably needs this room. There's probably somebody who needs to get in here, and we have one room left, and it's yours, and you're still in it, and they need this room, and I'm gonna kick you out myself and lose my license.
I don't have anything in particular to attend to later this afternoon if you're willing to make a donation. In fact, I'd be more than happy to personally attend to you.
Me too. Oops, I missed the vein. Oops, I missed the vein again. Hold still, I need to try again.
Thanks for the offer, but I'd really rather not.
Is that so? Such a pity. Ah, and you haven't even eaten all your food. It would be a shame to see it go to waste. Just because you're killing time here doesn't mean you should neglect a proper diet.
I know. I was actually about to have her feed me when you barged in here all of a sudden. Isn't that right?
Huh? Please, tell me you're not serious.
Why aren't you answering? I already warned you once. You're supposed...
Listen here, monsieur. Don't make me use words that a lady does not use.
Sakae, enough with your sick jokes. Did your mother never teach you not to lie? If you keep on making a fuss, I'll sew that big mouth of yours shut.
I would like to see that, Doctor.
Oh, yeah? And how exactly do you plan on doing that, huh, Doc? Last time I checked, you're a psychiatrist, not a surgeon.
That may be the case, but I like to be prepared for a variety of situations. So I took a course on cosmetic surgery. I haven't performed anything in quite some time, but... well, I'm sure I could manage somehow. Kidding aside, I'm sure we've intruded on your meal for long enough, so I'll be taking back my intern now. I'm sure you'll find it much easier to eat without any distractions.
Yeah.
Hold up, please. Does she really have to go?
Yep, gotta go. Sorry.
I don't see why it would be a problem to leave her here with me. Especially since I need her help, right?
Don't leave me here.
I'm afraid that's just not possible.
Why?
We have a meeting momentarily, and it's vital she attends. Slacking won't aid her internship with us. She still has a lot more to learn if she's going to become a half-decent doctor. I won't allow her to fall behind. Not on my watch.
Fine. If that's true, then I suppose I can make a special exception just for today.
How uncharacteristically generous of you! You have my thanks. Now, should we get going?
Yeah, let's get out of here, quickly.
Huh. And just as I was hoping to put her to work, the good doctor sure knows how to stick his nose in at the worst possible time. Such a pain in my ass. How is it that he always manages to interrupt at the most inconvenient moment? It's gotta be a coincidence, right? Maybe. But still, the guy sure is suspicious.
He's not listening in with my little beeper thing, is he?
I guess I'm probably overthinking it. Nothing like this has ever happened before, so I should stop worrying already. Besides, I still have plenty of time here. I just need to plan my next step more carefully. If I pick the right moment, I might be able to call her later.
Are you planning some shenanigans? A little later.
That Sakae truly is the most pathetic kind of troublemaker. If his disgraceful behavior continues, it'll start to impact your work. You wouldn't want that now, would you? which means we need to come up with some kind of countermeasure as soon as possible.
Do we? Do we need to do that?
It's no use smiling at me all innocently. You're at fault too, you know. He may be a patient here, but that doesn't mean you have to dote on him. You need to learn to say no when you don't want to do something. Sure, I might have saved you today, but that was purely by chance. I won't always be around every second of the clock to come to your rescue. Please don't pull that face. It hurts my heart to see you upset. I didn't mean to make you feel bad, it's just... Well, where you're concerned, I can't seem to stop myself from being strict. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it. You were just looking out for me.
Precisely. My intentions are entirely pure. So please, just be careful before he becomes completely obsessed with you.
I think he already is.
That privilege to be consumed entirely with thoughts of you is reserved exclusively for me.
Aww. Right, so shouldn't we get going? I don't want to make us late for the meeting. Is there actually a meeting?
Meeting? Yes, of course. Well, you see, there is no meeting. That was merely an excuse to get you out of there and away from that vile pervert.
Someone's tired.
I've been doing research for most of the morning, but I haven't got anything much to attend to until later this afternoon, so I figured I might take a little nap. Would you be so kind as to wake me up in an hour or so?
Sure. What do you want me to work on in the meantime?
Let's see. Did you manage to finish sorting those documents I asked you to earlier?
Not quite.
Perfect. Then please continue with that and wake me once you're done.
You're just gonna fall asleep in the hospital? Aw. I guess you would if you have that kind of demanding job. Sure thing.
Oh, I almost forgot. But if you encounter any problems, feel free to poke me. Especially if it's regarding our problem patient, Sakae. If he calls for you, under no circumstances should you answer him.
Got it.
Just wake me immediately and I'll handle it myself. Understood?
Got it.
Wonderful. Well then, I suppose we'll speak a bit later.
Okay. I'm here to work. A little later.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at that meeting the doctor mentioned? It's barely been half an hour since he stole you away.
It turns out there was no meeting. Don't tell him that.
So, it was just some random excuse the jerk came up with on the spot, huh? I should have known.
Are you
I
allowed
bet
here?
you're thinking he looks pretty unprofessional now. I wouldn't worry about it, though. He's always like that. So, where is the filthy liar,
Taking a nap.
Why does that not surprise me? He did say he was free this afternoon, didn't he? Which means he won't be back to bother us anytime soon.
That tapping sound is me trying to wake the doctor up right now. I'm vehemently paging him.
This is perfect. It'll just be the two of us.
Gonna give you a reason to use that hospital room. I'm working. Was there something specific you needed from me?
Specific? No, but I do need you. Budge up a bit. I'm coming in.
Are you allowed in here? But I'm busy.
Don't just sit there gawking. I'm a guest. Shouldn't you be fetching me a drink or something?
There's canned coffee if you want it.
Canned coffee? You've got to be kidding me. I'm kind of insulted you think I'd ever touch that crap. Please tell me you don't actually like it. If you had any taste, you'd throw it away.
That's all I have, so take it or leave it.
Ugh, this is what I get for mixing with commoners.
Suppressing the use of the sailor mouth that I want to say to this guy.
Ugh, yeah, that's awful. I don't even know how you can stomach this stuff. It's weak as hell, not to mention lukewarm, which is practically a crime. But worst of all, it doesn't even have any taste or substance. I'm sorry, but it's genuinely vile.
I like it.
You know what? You deserve so much better than this. I'll show you what real coffee is. Come on.
But the doctor said to get these documents finished.
I'm inviting you to have coffee with me. Screw the doctor. You should feel honored. Look, I'm not taking no for an answer, so get yourself together, 'cause we're going out.
Help! I'm being kidnapped! From my place of business! Listen, dude, I'm working. I can't, okay? I'm working.
Then have someone else do it for you. You're only an intern. Whatever the doc's got you doing, it's hardly that much of a deal.
Listen, dude.
No one's going to lose it over some trainee's unfinished files. Even if there's no one you can ask, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't get done right away.
I mean, it could be. We are in a hospital.
What if we try to find someone to cover you together? If anyone even thinks about telling you no, I'll make sure they change their mind. Not that there's a single chump crazy enough to defy me in this hospital.
Dude, does your daddy own the hospital or something? I won't put my workload on someone else. That's just wrong.
Ugh, fine. Let everyone walk all over you, why don't you? I'm only trying to help, but whatever. I give up for now since you're so stubborn. But I'm inviting you out again the second you finish work, okay?
Oh boy.
If you don't have work, then there's no problem, right? So look forward to it, because you seriously need to shake up your taste buds, my friend. In fact, I'll plan an entire evening of entertainment just for you.
Maybe he'll leave me alone if I just ignore him.
By the way, I heard you broke up with, what was the name again?
Wait, how do you even know about that?
If you knew anything about me, you'd realize how dumb of a question that is. Since you're so cute when you're stressed, I'll let you in on a little secret. When it comes to you, I know everything.
Really? Do you know how I just finished escaping my adorable step-sibling from being locked in my room?
You were going out with that nerd ever since you were in college, right?
I mean, I don't think that's something I would have tried to hide.
It was about time you broke it off. Trust me, you made the right choice. You don't deserve to be with a cheating scumbag who dare to date someone else behind your back. I mean, what a moron. How could anyone possibly pick another person over you? I'd never do something as stupid as that. I'm a far better fit for you.
1, you better not have had a hand in that. And 2, why'd you have to go and say it all sexy like that?
You know, if you gave me a chance, I'd never dream of doing something as disgusting to you as that. Heck, if you wanted, I'd gladly stay by your side forever. I'd love you to the day we die. No, even beyond death. Eternity.
Sakae, you're dipping your toes in those Yandere shenanigans.
Hey, I meant to say to you, actually, you don't have to keep addressing me like I'm some stranger, you know? I'd much prefer it if you just call me Sakae. In fact, scratch that. It's an order, got it?
I can't. Think how it would look to other patients. It's unprofessional. Again, I'm working, bub.
And I'm supposed to care about that? How many times do I have to tell you? Your opinion doesn't matter when I'm commanding you to do something. You should know by now that it's futile to oppose me on these matters.
Sir, those are some big words for a dude in kicking distance. Take your knees from under you.
You do realize it just makes things more fun for me when you do that. I get to watch that adorable frown start to form on your face. As far as I'm concerned, you're only here to amuse me. But I might at least consider allowing you to call me whatever you want, if you promise you'll look only at me.
Doc! Doc, wake up! Doc! Doc! Wake up!
If you give me your word that you'll stay by my side and be only mine, forever and always, from now on,
Thank goodness. Ugh.
Damn it. I should have drugged the asshole or something while he was still sleeping.
Ah! Jeez.
Dr. Takaaki, welcome back to the land of the living. You look ever so pale. Did something serious happen?
Please leave. You shouldn't be in here.
Huh?
There's the door, Biscuit!
I said, kindly get out. Immediately.
If you value that pretty face of yours, give up and hand your precious intern over to me.
What, is he like a mob boss's son or something?
Excuse me?
Come now, Doctor. You're a smart cookie. I know you know exactly what I meant. Or do you want me to go into more detail,
Please, go into more detail.
I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but it seems I'll have to hurry things along after all, won't I?
Hurry,
Are you
what
okay?
along?
He hasn't done anything strange to you, has he? If something happened, please, just tell me, alright?
Nah, he was just being a jerk.
I'm your mentor. You can confide in me no matter what. If he touched you, there are more than a few ways we can sue him into oblivion so he never lays a finger on you again.
Aw. Nothing like that happened at all.
Huh. Are you sure? Because I'll understand if you're scared, but you don't need to keep secrets from me. I'll support you in any way I can if you want to bring a case against him.
Doesn't matter who that guy is, he can't fight the law. It's fine, honestly.
So he really didn't do anything to you?
He just wanted to invite
thank
me out
God.
to coffee.
I don't know what I would have done if he'd hurt you.
I think he probably hurt you more than he did me. You really do look pale, Doctor. You can't have gotten much rest.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you to worry about me. Thank you. I'll be alright. I won't die just because I missed a little nap. In fact, humans can go a remarkably long time without sleep. More than you might think.
Hey, Doc, now. Sleep is incredibly important. That's why I tell my viewers to have a good night, because you really need to get some sleep. Even missing a little bit of sleep is very bad for you.
But that's beside the point. The important thing is I'm still worried about you. Even though you said you're fine, it doesn't alter the fact that you were in danger all because I was foolish enough to leave you alone. The dilemma is, it's not like I can stay by your side every second of the day. If I'm always watching over you, that would be uncomfortable for you. Wouldn't it?
In theory. I don't know what to say.
Never mind. Please ignore everything I just said. I'm overreacting again, and I shouldn't burden you with that. Still, I can't have him wandering around doing whatever he likes all the time. The longer I allow him loose in this place, the more likely it is he'll start preying on patients, or something equally sinister. It's not as though I can just tie him to the bed and solve all my problems.
What? What was that?
Yes, that's it! All I have to do is rob him of the ability to move. I could cripple him easily enough. That could be too conspicuous. But if there are other methods that would be less obvious...
Doc?
How am I only thinking of this now? Why be as blunt as a hammer when I could be as stealthy as a snake? It's almost too perfect. That way, he'll never see it coming.
Oh no!
You don't need to worry about anything anymore, my precious student, because I'll protect you from that pig, from everyone. Everything's going to be fine from now on.
Okay, I'm flattered. I can't hear your insane inner monologue, Doctor. A lot later. Huh? Looks like Sakae needs me again, but Dr. Takaaki made me promise to stay away. Whatever I do, I'll end up disappointing one of them. I guess I just need to decide who to listen to. Should I answer Sakae or ignore the call and carry on with work? Uh-oh. Oh no. So, if you've been paying attention, I clearly like Dr. Takaaki way more than Sakae. However, I kind of want to save his for last. I want to end up with him. So let's see what this person even wants. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Hey, it's only me. So, this thing really does have a direct connection to you, huh? I've never needed to use one before, but it's surprisingly convenient for such a crude invention.
Rolling my eyes so hard that it gives me a headache. Did you need me for something?
Well, I just figured I'd change up my tactics a little since you're so hard to get a hold of. Of course, there's no way this could ever beat you being here in person, but I suppose this kind of thing could be interesting in its own way. For example, I can't deny how hot it is to hear your voice so much closer than usual. It's got me thinking all sorts of things. How
Listen,
about you?
pal.
Does it feel like I'm close?
You are not in good kicking range. Let's fix that. It kinda does. Yeah. She lied.
And do you like that?
Yeah, I guess. She lied even more.
You're refreshingly honest on the phone, aren't you? Careful, someone might hear.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that the voice actor isn't doing a bang-up job. Ooh. But this gosh darn buttermilk biscuit's getting on my last nerves.
You know, I think I like this side of you. Don't get me wrong, you're utterly adorable when you're acting all shy, but I think I like this better. It makes me want you even more.
What's your deal, pal? Like, why are you in this hospital? Why do I get the feeling that answering Sakae's call was a bad idea after all?
By the way, you have the rest of the day off after lunch, right?
How do you know that?
Do you really need to ask? I told you time and time again. There's nothing I don't know about you.
Oh yeah? Well, did you know that I'm selling t-shirts on these websites? Bet you didn't know that.
Did you think I was joking? Because if so, you should know that when it comes to you, I'm deadly serious. Which is why, later today...
Uh-oh.
Give me that, please.
Here you go. Can we both shove it down his throat?
voice. Shit. Why? Why? Why does that stuck-up snake always insist on getting in the way when things are heating up? It's like he's freaking stalking her or something.
I mean, he probably is.
If only the doctor wasn't here, he didn't exist, then I could make his precious intern all mine. Why? I never liked him from the very moment I met him. And I couldn't possibly imagine he'd grow to be such a giant pain in my ass like this.
Uh-oh.
He did this to himself. The good doctor must have known I wouldn't stand for it, so I can't be responsible for what happens next, can I?
What are you gonna do, String Bean?
He gave me no choice. If the doctor wants to make an enemy out of me, then I'll just have to answer his expectations.
Oh no, not skull and crossbones. Uh-oh.
It's me, Listen carefully, and prepare what I tell you to right away.
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare you, it's just... that call. It was from Sakae, wasn't it? The pervert truly is a senseless species of slime ball. Though it seems to be an unfortunate affliction of most upper-class entitled scumbags rather than an exclusive trait of his. If it were at all possible, I'd have him move to a different hospital, but that's not an option as long as he has connections among the director's board.
Oh, okay. Why is he here taking up a room?
Still, I can't allow him to continue pestering you. It's bad enough he's already disrupted your duties, but I will not stand by while his selfish actions put you and your career in jeopardy. It's unacceptable. So, what do you think we should do? I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can figure something out.
Let's put him on a gurney and shove him in an elevator. I don't know.
Excuse me, it's mine this time.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
Hello? Right, but what's wrong? Huh? Miyagawa's condition has... Yes, I understand. I'll head there immediately. I'm afraid I'm going to have to step out for a bit. Please be on standby. If anything happens, I'll call you. And likewise, if you need me, please don't hesitate to ring or come and find me if you have to.
Why do I feel like this is the last time I'm ever going to see him? Later that day...
Hey there, Slowpoke. What have I told you about keeping me waiting? You can at least try to pick up a bit faster, or I might start to wonder if you're even making an effort. What would you do if my health took a dramatic turn for the worse, and every second was the difference between life and death, huh?
But you're not sick!
Oh well, luckily for you, you don't need to worry about a scenario like that ever coming to pass. I'm in way too good shape to be taken down so easily, so I suppose I can forgive you this time.
You know, I could fix that for you. I could put you in critical condition myself.
If you answer that slowly next time, though. Let's just say you can look forward to what follows, my little snail.
Oh.
Anyway, I didn't call you for an aimless chat. There's something important I want to give you, so I need you to come to my room right this instant. Understood?
No. A little later. An angry walk later. What do you want?
Excellent. Now sit down there. By the way, what happened to the doctor? When I call you, he usually comes attached like an unwanted extra.
He had to go deal with some sort of emergency. I think there's been a complication with one of his patients.
An emergency, you say? Interesting. Then I guess I should get this over with quickly while he's out of the way. I wouldn't want him to interrupt us yet again. Here. I wanted to give you this.
What is it?
It's a type of sleeping pill my company created.
Really? So that's why you're here?
What's with that face? There's no need to freak out. Did you honestly think I was hanging around this tedious place for the fun of it?
Yes.
I'm just acting as a patient for the sake of the company's appearance. What better way to build trust in a new drug than have it circulating in the very same hospital that's treating one of the company's prodigal sons?
That seems stupid. But whatever.
It's all just part of the job. If I had a choice, I'd much rather be at the office than stuck here. Though I'm sure Father would object to that, the old fart would probably just reel off one of his classic lectures on how much of a burden I am to my oh-so-brilliant brother.
Oh, how terrible for you.
But enough about me.
Aw, have you gone all shy all of a sudden?
Shut up. I'm not being shy at all, idiot.
Whatever you say.
I said shut up! It's not like I wanted to talk about that crap, it just kinda came out. Jeez. What I actually meant to say was that I remembered you mentioning you haven't been sleeping so well lately.
Uh-oh.
It's not like it's anything special, really. You can buy it on the open market already, but it's not exactly cheap. I think you should consider at least trying it, though. I've heard it's pretty popular.
No thanks.
You don't have any allergies, right? So it should be perfectly safe for you to take straight away. Aren't you curious to see how effective it is?
Nope. I guess. She lied even more.
Good. Then come here. I'm giving it to you. No strings attached.
Don't. No.
Open wide and... there you go. You should be able to swallow it without water.
Thanks.
Well, that's all I needed you for. Feel free to head back now.
Huh?
Why so surprised? Were you hoping to stay a little longer?
I was hoping to give you a reason to be in this hospital.
I bet you missed me real bad, You know, I wouldn't mind at all if you want to stay. You just have to say so yourself.
No thanks. I only chose you because I want to do the doctor last. Yes.
Yes, what? Yes, you missed me, or yes, you want to stay?
Both. She lied through her teeth.
Ah, that's it. But I think I'm going to need a bit more from you if I'm going to believe you really mean it.
Please let me stay with you, Sakae. I missed you, and I don't want to go so soon. Am I actually saying all this?
That's more like it. Of course, I want you to stay. If I had my way, you'd be here by my side the whole day.
Am I doing this of my own volition?
On second thought, that's still no good. The whole year would be better. But no, not even that's enough. I won't accept anything less than forever.
Oh no!
Don't be shy. I understand everything now. You were just using that pathetic doctor to try to make me jealous, right? I bet that's why you entered that relationship back in college, too. You always were reserved, so you just got with someone else to check my feelings, huh? In a messed up sort of way, it's actually pretty adorable of you. Especially since you probably thought you were being so smart this entire time. But I'm afraid I know all your tricks. That's exactly why I made you break up with that college sweetheart of yours.
I figured.
The tragic thing is, it wasn't even that hard. All I had to do was find some poor sap living on the breadline and wave a bundle of cash at them. You'd probably be disgusted if you knew how many people were willing to screw you over just to get their hands on that money. Seducing someone's partner isn't exactly a tough job if the payment outweighs your conscience. But do you want to know the worst part? That cheating scumbag you were content to cuddle up with took a handout too, just to go along with the whole thing. And they say money can't buy love. Your beloved barely put up a fight when I flashed the cash. That was all it took for the fool to give up and become an obedient little bitch, sniveling at my feet.
Pure evil.
You do realize what I'm saying, don't you? Your ex betrayed you for a measly paycheck. That's the problem with poor people. They're easy to manipulate because their so-called morals fly right out the window when it comes to money. They might try to pretend otherwise, but everyone has a price, and in the end, they all pick the money.
So what do you want me for? 'Cause I stood up to you that one time?
Which is why I told you back then that you were right to break up with that moron. Scum like that aren't good enough for you, but with me, you'd never have to worry about that sort of thing. As long as you listen to and obey me until the day you eventually die, I'll never harm a hair on your body.
No, but
I'll
you'll probably...
pamper you, take care of your every need, and all it will cost is your heart.
Probably pay someone else to do it.
If you promise to love me, and only me, I promise I'll be yours for eternity.
And what if I were to tell the police about your proposal? Yeah.
Oh, don't be so naive. You're smarter than that. I should go without saying that speaking to the police would be pointless. They're just like all the others, scratching around for scraps. They might pretend to take the moral high ground. They might even claim they'll protect you. But at the end of the day, I can buy them the same as I can buy anyone else. And I mean it when I say I have enough money to make people do whatever I want them to. Believe me, there's no one you could possibly turn to now. No place you can run and nowhere you can hide. This show's only just started. And I've prepared the most special seat in the house for you, my sweet. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am.
Later that day.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. You have no
Barely.
idea how worried I was when I returned to the room and saw you weren't there.
Aw, a little creepy, Doc, but aw. Sorry about that. Sakae was just threatening me.
Has something happened? Call me crazy, but I feel like you're acting a little odd.
It's nothing, honestly.
Nothing. Are you sure? You wouldn't lie to me, right? Because you should know by now that if you have any worries at all, you can discuss them with me. In fact, I'm begging that you do. Please, no matter what it might be, if I can be of any help at all.
Thank you, Doctor. But it really is nothing. My entire life and well-being is totally not in danger.
Oh, come, silly. You don't need to thank me. I'm just trying to do my best to look out for you. Now, why don't we return to our duties,
The next day...
Oh, I'm so sorry to ask this of you, but would it be all right if you made me a coffee? I'm having trouble concentrating, and I don't want to let anyone down.
Sure. I guess I would do that. Gonna make some coffee.
The next time the doctor asks you to fetch him a drink, make sure to mix this in.
Oh no!
When you get back, I want you to watch and ensure he drinks every last drop, okay? This stuff is custom. I wouldn't want it to go to waste. Remember, I'm always watching you. If you even attempt to tell anyone about what I've asked you to do, you know what will happen, don't you?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do exactly?
I want to hear you say, you understand me, okay? So be a good little puppet and use your words.
I understand.
Excellent.
But your
I
butt-
knew you wouldn't let me down, darling.
Ooh. I'm gonna make your face so not pretty no more. A little later. Here's your coffee. Don't drink it. Here you go. I hope it helps.
Ah, thank you very much. You're so kind. What would I do without you,
Oh, Doctor, don't drink it. Oh, sorry. What's going on in here? Don't drink the coffee.
It's delicious. I don't know what you did to make it so tasty this time, but that's probably the nicest coffee I've ever had.
Would you say it's a dang fine cup of coffee?
Huh? What's the matter? Is there something on my face?
Not at all. I'm just happy you like it.
Is that so? Well...
Uh-oh.
Strange. Somehow I feel so much sleepier all of a sudden. I guess I'll go wash my face or something. Wait! I can't see properly. I must have really overdone it this time.
Are you okay, Doctor?
Huh? Oh, I'm all right. I'm just spacing out a bit right now. Actually, something's wrong. Please, I don't feel so good. Could you call someone?
As expected of my company's made-to-order medicine. I mean, I knew there'd be no problem manufacturing it, but damn, it sure does work like a charm.
I feel bad. I feel dirty. I don't like that. I'm gonna mess you up, Sakae. You may kidnap me or whatever, but I won't go down without a fight. I will berate you with sailor talk on the regular. What was it that I gave him?
Oh, just a variant of the drug I gave you to help you sleep. I had them change the dosage of a few key ingredients to make a special mix for our friend here. It wasn't even that hard to tweak to make it work a little faster. So, how do you think we should dispose of the dear doctor?
What?
We could always abandon him since he's going to be out for a while, but the business side of me says it would be stupid not to sell his organs.
Jeez!
Ooh, you know, it'd be kind of amusing to make him a specimen for drug testing, don't you think? That'd be so fitting!
I can't be caught up in this. I need to run.
Whoa now, if you're not careful, I might mistake you for trying to run away. But you wouldn't do something as silly as that now, would you? Because you know it wouldn't work.
Oh no! His little hearts are little broken hearts now because he's being all crazy.
Your place is forever by my side from now on. Your voice, your touch, it's all mine. You will devote your everything to me, and me alone. Don't worry. I'll look after you. Better than anyone's ever been cared for. We'll get away from this boring city, and you'll live a life of luxury in a place where only I exist.
You know what? This reminds me of that one movie. I've never seen it, but I heard somebody talk about it. Editor me, what was that movie? What was that dumb movie? No.
No. Sweetie, I'm not the sort of person you can say no to.
Well, let me be the first. No. 9. Niet.
What's your problem, huh? Do you want a man who makes more money than you could ever imagine? Or this pathetic doctor who's shown you the slightest bit of affection? There's no way you'd pick him, right?
I mean, yeah. I'm only picking yours first to see what you do.
Do you even know how much I've been thinking about you? How long I've been dreaming of the day we'd finally be alone together?
There's better ways to do that, Muffin.
From the very first moment we met, I've been waiting for this. I've only had eyes for you these past 6 years. When you fought with your ex and were crying all alone, when you were happy, you managed to get a place here. I even know how much you like romance movies. How you rewatch the same few countless times, over and over and over again. And the fact that when you're depressed you go to your favorite cafe and drink all by yourself until closing time. Can't you see? This is what I've been trying to tell you. There's nothing I don't know about you.
Stalker. Rich stalker.
I've been by your side these past 6 years. You may not have noticed me, but I was there. Do you think I'd go to such lengths for just anyone? No. I did it for you. And only you.
Okay. Sakae, you're starting to scare me.
Scare you, huh? What's there to be scared of? I'm the one person in this world who cares about you with every inch of my being. The only one. Can't you see that we can make each other so happy? There's no need to be afraid. I'll make you the most loved person on the planet.
I think I've made a huge mistake.
It's okay. I understand this is all very sudden for you. I bet you weren't expecting such a passionate confession, but I think you just need to sleep on it for a while. Here, I'll help you. That's it. Just breathe. Nice, deep breaths. Trust me, you'll feel better in no time.
The next day. Is the doctor all right? Oh.
Look at you.
Shoot.
So stunning. I always knew you'd look good in white. Something more subtle would have worked too, but this is definitely better. Come, we should start the ceremony.
Who are you? Me? Forcing somebody to marry you? Huh? What ceremony? Don't we need a priest or something?
A priest? Oh, no, we don't need anything as pitiful as that. This is our ceremony. Yours and mine. No other person can cast judgment on our union.
God is typing.
I take you as my lifelong companion, and vow in the presence of the Almighty to love and cherish you for eternity, in the good times, in the bad, in sickness, and in health.
I imagine he's holding me. I'm just like a kitten that's trying to get out of his arms. Meow! Meow! Police!
Other than us, only God knows the true extent of my love for you, and I will prove that love over and over again for all time. With this, our connection is complete. We're finally alone now, just the two of us, and I won't ever let you go from now on. You're all mine, in body and in spirit.
Doc! Doc, wake up! Doc, help! Sakae wins. Voice actor. On point. Character. Needs to be punched in the face. I only did yours first because I want to do the doctor's last, because the doctor's the one I wanted to end up with. I highly doubt the doctor's gonna be worse. Alright. Doc, save me, please. You can't be any worse. Will this make me hate the doctor? Or will this make me like him more? I think it's for the best if I just ignored Sakae's calls from now on. The doctor's right. I need to stay away from distractions, or interning here will be pointless. Yeah. Later that day. Looks like I've missed the last train. Great. After avoiding his call earlier, Sakae still managed to flag me down somehow. Dealing with him on top of the rest of my workload meant leaving much later than I had hoped.
You're heading home now, right? I can give you a ride if you want.
Speak of the devil. It's okay. I'll be fine on my own.
There's no need to be like that. I'm not going to do anything to you.
Are you sure about that? You're not gonna secretly drug me and then marry me?
Well, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any ulterior motives, but I also wouldn't want you to hate me. So believe me, I'll hold back for now. Look, just wait here for a bit and think about it, okay? I'll go get my car.
I want to believe him, and I guess it beats walking when it's so late. Oh yeah, 'cause I missed the train. Fine. A little later.
I'm sorry about making you miss the last train. I honestly didn't realize it was so late already. Doctors have it pretty hard, huh?
It's only me. Sorry to bother you on your way home, but I forgot to check something important. Can you talk right now?
Hey, who's it from?
That voice just now. Was that Sakae? It can't be.
Huh? No, you must be mistaken.
Stop. Don't take me for a fool. You must know there's no way I wouldn't recognize that voice.
Oh, Meld.
That was Sakae, wasn't it? Why are you with him?
He's just giving me a lift home.
Wait, you're actually in his car? You seriously accepted a lift from Sakae, of all people? Why? Why would you do that? Why are you with him?
Listen, I gotta get home. I gotta feed Daisy. She gets antsy.
I offered to walk you home on more than one occasion, even invited you over to my house. But you declined every single time, always full of excuses.
Oh.
And yet, despite repeatedly turning me down, you say yes to him?
Oh, don't cry, Takaaki, whose name I only remember when it's on screen. Oh, that is kind of creepy of you, though.
In spite of the fact you know full well what an obnoxious, toxic piece of shit he is, in spite of that, you chose him?
Hey, I'm a victim of circumstance.
Does the idea of me accompanying you home honestly disgust you that much? Do you really prefer to be with someone like him? Is he that much better than me? Is he?
Is this little heart thing even more broken? Or is it just me feeling guilty? Oh, well, no, I shouldn't be feeling guilty because you are overreacting, Doc. Jeez, I think this ending's gonna be a lot quicker
If I had
than
known
the
it
other
were going
one.
to end up like this, I'd never have let you leave on your own.
I think something's wrong with Dr. Takaaki.
Huh? Something's up with the doc? Well, that's hardly news. Isn't that just normal?
Eyes on the road,
Here,
not me.
Give it to me.
What?
Hey,
Don't
Doc.
you throw my phone.
She's busy. If you don't need anything urgent, just hang up already.
Is that you, Sakae? Excellent timing. I'm coming to get my assistant now, so would you kindly stay put? If you're where I think you are, let's see. Yes, I should be able to get there in 10 minutes.
Doc!
If you think I'm gonna listen to a single word you say, you've got another thing coming. She's my responsibility now, and I fully intend to see her home safely. So I suggest you...
Oh, it's okay. You've done more than enough. Thank you, so please, stay right where you are.
Doc!
Are you stupid or something? I said I...
Even if you move, I'll still know where to find her. I've got the GPS tracking right here. So why not save yourself a silly game of cat and mouse,
I knew it.
You're bluffing.
Am I? Oh, and it's useless to try and disable her device. Even if you turn it off, it won't make a difference. I hid the tracker someplace else. I bet you'd love to know where, wouldn't you? But trust me, you'll never find it.
Doc, did you violate me?
Ah, but what a waste of time it is talking to you. Would you be a dear and pass me back to her?
Hell no. I'm not gonna do that.
I said, please let me speak with her.
Oh, fine. Whatever. Here. He wants to talk to you.
Why, hello again. Now, I want you to
Hi.
listen very carefully. I'm going to leave the hospital and head to your location now. Just wait quietly, please. All will be revealed when I arrive, okay?
Okay. Doc.
Well, he's certainly acting strange, all right. But there's no way I'm just gonna roll over and do what he wants. Let's get you out of here.
I mean, it's kind of cute. It is totally unhinged. I figured he put a tracker on me or something. Some kind of listening device. A little later. Doc, you got some splaining to do. Is that Takaaki in the road?
You stay inside. I'll handle this lunatic.
I think this lunatic's about to handle you, brother.
Surprised to see me, Sakae? I told you, didn't I? I know exactly where she is at all times.
Why though? Like, Sakae has a reason. We met 6 years ago in college, and I told him what for. What does Takaaki have? What are you just suddenly in love with me or something?
Yeah, you did. But that doesn't make this any less insane. Who jumps out in front of cars like that? You could have killed yourself.
Thank you for seeing her safely home so far, but I can take it from here. You're free to go now.
Huh? What the f*** are you talking?
I need to speak with my assistant in private, so could you please go home? If you stay, you'll only be in the way of our conversation, so I'm politely asking you to leave.
As much as I like Takaaki, listen, brother. We're not in the hospital. I'm not on the clock. I gotta get home and play video games and feed my cat. I don't have to do anything for either of you bozos.
I'll take your car and drive her the rest of the way. You'll be fine walking home alone, won't you? Or would you
Jeez.
rather I make it so you can never walk again?
Doc, don't hurt him. Then again, he did drug you, but jeez. Takaaki!
Quit waving that syringe in my face, will you? Do you really think an empty threat like that will work on me?
Oh, you underestimate me, Sakae. But I'm feeling generous tonight. Would you like to check yourself as to whether or not it's an empty threat? I'll warn you, though. The substance inside is a nasty one. So nasty, in fact, that It's actually illegal. If I give you a shot of this stuff, what do you imagine might happen,
I get it already. You win for now, Doctor, but don't think we're done.
Where's all that bravado now? What on earth was that all about? Just gonna take the dude's
Well, it
car?
looks like I'll be escorting you home after all.
Somehow this feels even more intense.
Now that I think about it, this is the first time we've ever been together outside of the hospital. It's funny how things work out sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
I'm sorry for losing my composure earlier. When it comes to you, it seems as though I just can't help myself. I can only apologize for getting so worked up. I know it's unprofessional. It's just...
It's okay. I should be the one apologizing to you. Are you sure about that?
Huh? No, absolutely not. There's no need for you to apologize at all. I know how easily people fall under that swine's charms. It's all my fault. I should have been stricter with you.
No, you shouldn't have.
But you don't need to worry about that anymore. I promise I will protect you. From him. And from anyone else who ever tries to harm you. From the first moment we met, I always wanted to defend you. Shielding you from snakes like that was my only wish. You're so precious. So pure.
Are you sure about that?
And with everything that happened earlier, I understand things now more clearly than ever before. Which is why I've made it my mission to eliminate everything that could possibly put you in danger. That's a good start, right? It's perfect. Of course, you wholeheartedly approve, don't you? I can't proceed
Yes.
without your cooperation.
Yeah, sure, I understand. I suppose that might make my life a heck of a lot easier. Clearly, MC is not seeing the signs of insanity.
I'm not hearing an answer.
Okay, do it.
Really? You're sure you're all right with that? It seems we're going to have lots of fun together from now on, doesn't it? My devious little assistant.
Doc!
When I'm done, there'll be no one left to look at you but me.
How adorable. The next day...
It's yours, right? Who's it from?
Surprise, surprise, it's Sakae.
Slippery, slimy Sakae. Perfect timing. Go ahead, answer it.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. I have some urgent business with you, so get your ass here right now.
I'm gonna have to need you to word that a little bit more politely.
So, what did he want?
He didn't really say.
Is that so?
You know what Sakae's like.
Being his usual demanding self then, huh? Well, you're free to go, but I'll come with you. Purely for the sake of protecting you, of course.
What are you doing here? My business is with her.
Don't play dumb, Sakae. Didn't you learn a single thing from our little encounter yesterday? You know what they say about people who fail to learn from their mistakes. This is why I hate dealing with people like you. Too dense to even know when to quit.
Did you say something? Geez, this is why I can't stand people like him. One minute he's acting all innocent, the next, full psycho. At least I never try to hide what I am.
Yeah. I mean, I will give him that. He's been a psycho this entire time. But the doctor is
No,
cute.
It must be your imagination. So, did you call my poor assistant here for another one of your worthless attempts to win her over? I've warned you enough times now. She's not your slave, so would you kindly quit calling her out on a whim?
What's wrong, Doctor?
Ow.
You're unusually talkative today. Not that it matters. I'll say it once more in the hope it might actually sink into that thick skull of yours.
Oh boy, here we go again.
She is my personal nurse, not your property. And if you continue to deny me that privilege, I'll make sure you never work in this hospital again. Is that clear?
You keep that up, and the doc's gonna make sure you never walk again.
I'm not sure I understand, Sakae.
Now who's playing dumb, huh? Don't try to act all tough, Doc. It doesn't suit you. You know full well I have the kind of power over this place that could end you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I meant to be frightened of that?
What? Have you lost your mind? I'm telling you, if you don't back down, I'll...
And I'm asking you if I'm supposed to be scared. It's a fairly simple question. So, is that all you wanted to say? Or do you have any last words?
Huh?
Oh, it's just, I don't think you're going to be able to talk for a while.
Uh-oh. Oh, Doc, oh no!
What are you saying? No, that's the syringe from yesterday. You wouldn't dare.
Oh, I think he would dare. I think he do dare.
Correct! How observant of you! Since you already know what it contains, I'll skip the explanation this time. I know your memory can be a little laggy, but I trust you recall our conversation from before, right?
Are you actually insane?
He is. He is.
Quite the opposite. I think you'll find I'm perfectly sane. If I weren't, my hand would tremble when injecting this. But see? Steady as a surgeon.
Hey, don't just stand there watching. Stop this creep.
What? I didn't see a thing. In fact, I'm incredibly nearsighted. I can't really see what's going on. In fact, I've got these noise-canceling headphones on. I can't hear a thing.
There's no need for her to get involved in this. Though you should know that I'm only doing it in the name of protecting her. And do you know what the best part is? She's the one who pulled the trigger. Perhaps if you hadn't been such a persistent pervert, you wouldn't find yourself in such a sorry situation now, would you?
Yeah.
You
can't move, can you? It's already kicked in. I mixed a small dose of a different drug in your morning meal. For someone like you who doesn't usually take much in the way of medication, even a minuscule dose has a decent impact. Unfortunately for you, you're pitifully predictable. It didn't take long to track your patterns of behavior to know you'd call for her around this time. And I was right.
why you?
You know, just like you, I know everything about her.
Yeah.
In fact, as crazy as it may sound, I'm grateful to you, especially for the matter with her ex. You drove that sleazebag away before I even had to lift a finger.
Wait, that means you've been watching me for a long time, Doc. Did I go to college with you too? Why didn't you make a move? We could have had something.
How did you know that?
Oh, Sakae, haven't you been paying attention at all? I said I know everything about her.
Yeah.
Including the fact that you've been stalking her for the last 6 years.
6 years.
Actually, you made it extremely easy for me. Thanks to you, I only needed to borrow all the data you'd gathered. What you learned in 6 years, I discovered in a mere 6 days spent deciphering your poorly written notes and photographs. Not to mention that delightful treasure trove you thought you'd hidden so well.
What? Then you...
And the doctor knows about my shirts. You don't.
Oh yes. It was only a matter of time before I was able to hack into the plethora of listening devices and cameras you had set up to spy on her.
Am I just an object to the two of you? This is starting to get annoying. Listen, I have fifis. I have feelings, guys.
Ah, the image quality. Mwah. And from such incredible angles, too.
Jeez.
I suppose I should expect nothing less from someone with so much spare cash to devote to such depraved endeavors. Still, I'll admit that it's far better than anything I could possibly have afforded.
I mean, I think that's a really cool story idea. Someone who's incredibly rich, has a bunch of time and money on their hands, and just uses all that to stalk someone they think is cute. I'd like to see more stories like that. I think that's neat.
Ugh.
Whoops! It seems as though our little chat is dragging on a touch. Now, before the effects wear off.
Stop it! Don't come any closer!
Please try not to move. The more you force yourself, the more you'll injure your precious muscles. If you stay still, well, it'll hurt a lot less.
Ah! No! Stop!
Shh. Relax. I selected this specific concoction very carefully so that when it interacts with what you ingested earlier, it will only hurt for a moment. And then everything will be over. I'm not a monster.
You kind of are, Doc. you kind of are a monster.
You'll never get away with this. I won't forgive you.
Aw, you won't forgive me? However will I go on? As if I'm even remotely interested in your forgiveness. By removing you, I am doing the world a favor. My conscience is clean. But before you depart, there is one more thing I need to thank you for. You know how you bought out her entire apartment block? Well, that really was the greatest gift you could have given me, Sakae. If I remember correctly, the other residents will be evicted by the end of the month. I couldn't have even come close to what you've achieved on my meager salary, so you really have been immensely helpful, and for that, I can't thank you enough.
Jeez.
It seems you're already slipping away.
Wait, you go...
Such a shame. I had hoped to revel a little longer in your despair.
Like, I know we just drugged the Doc in the last one, but Doc, you really gonna kill him?
Can you hear me, Sakae? You can leave us peacefully in the knowledge that I plan to take excellent care of her. I'll
Bye,
make
Sakae.
her happier than you ever could.
Yeah.
Your pulse is quickening. But don't worry. I'll slow it down soon enough. I'm not going to let you die, friend. No. That would be far too easy for you. Since you seem to love this place so much, I'm going to make sure you never leave.
Oh, so he's not gonna kill him, but he's gonna do something worse. He's gonna keep him alive.
Well then, I suppose this makes you my accomplice, so listen to me carefully. I wouldn't want you to end up in trouble, so please keep this our little secret, okay?
Okay.
That's it. As long as you keep your mouth closed, both of us will be just fine. Though, perhaps it would be for the best if you quit your job here at the hospital.
What? Hey.
What? It's not like you need to worry about money or anything else. I
Don't
promise I will provide everything you could ever need and more. You never have to work another day in your life with me by your side. So smile for me?
Now, normally I would be like, all right, let's do it, but jeez, that was brutal. I'm terrified. I guess I have no choice now but to shoot him my best smile.
You look stunning as always. I want you to always look at me with that same smile. I'll never let another tear fall from your precious eyes. I will always protect you, body and mind, until the day you die.
Thank you?
Even then, I'll still keep on protecting you. I could study embalming techniques to preserve you eternally.
You mean like turn me into a doll or something?
Or, no. That's not enough.
What do you mean that's not enough? Doc!
I could keep the most important parts of you all to myself. Your eyes, your ears, your heart. I'm sure I could make space on one of my shelves for such exceptional specimens.
Oh no. It's Hatofu Boyfriend. It's that one guy from Hatofu Boyfriend. I haven't played Hatofu Boyfriend, but I know about the doctor and that. No!
As for the rest, I'd want to show you off to the world. My pride and joy, my everything.
Don't keep my head in a jar.
We could use your bones to educate future generations here at the hospital. I always thought you had the structure of a model. In death, you could be just that.
Please don't fondle my bones. Also, I had a feeling like, okay, Sakae is gonna be weird. Sakae is gonna be bad. I'm not gonna like ending up with Sakae. Takaaki can't be worse. But I didn't think he was gonna do all this. He's gonna chop me up and put my head in a jar and fondle my bones. Doc? Doctor!
Please, don't pull such an anxious expression, my darling. None of that matters in the present. We've got plenty of time to come to a fitting conclusion together. For now, you'll live in a world with no one else but me. Your eyes, your breath, your voice, your body, it all belongs to me. I'll own your everything.
You're gonna have my sweet gams on display in your bedroom.
Oh, I've never been so happy in my entire life. You did this. You changed me. So you see, when you think about it, this is all your fault.
Hey.
Thanks to you, I never, ever want to let go of you.
Listen, both of you, I'm just standing here. I just wanted to do my job.
Even if you try to resist, I'll just teach you slowly, lesson by lesson, until you learn you're entirely mine. I'll wipe the word no from your vocabulary. You already captured my heart. It's only fair I have yours. So, let's be grateful for finding one another. Not many people are lucky enough to meet their forever partner. We'll stay together for the rest of our lives. No, even after we exit this world, we'll find a way to remain as one in death.
Still would. Isn't he adorable? Oh. Takaaki wins. Alright, I guess. Sure. Let me know in the comments who you'd rather would stay with, the lesser of your two evils. Well, that was Yandere Heaven, and just when I think the endings aren't gonna leave me speechless, they leave me even more speechless. Sakae's was gonna be, alright, he's kind of a jerk, he's probably gonna do a bunch of jerk things, and the doctor would either be much, much worse, or not as bad, and it was way worse than I expected. But I still kinda like the doctor more. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, you can subscribe, you can hit the little bell, because that's supposed to do something. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to the hospital room Takaaki has prepared for me to stay in eternally.